God be glorified as you rebuild and reoccupy the historic Concord Church, established in 1834 and continuing in 2021 as El Shaddai Christian Church with this gift of $875,000. You're going home!
We couldn't believe that day that it was finally here. And then when we hear the news that it's not just a small amount, but it's 100% of the need we had to rebuild this building. It was just amazing. And so we have the permission to rebuild. We have the money now. There is no excuse, absolutely no excuse. And we said to ourselves, Lord, thank you. This is the season where we just reap what we've sown. And then COVID hit. We honestly never thought that this would be the ending. We were so used to having the victory in everything. But to our surprise, to the congregation's surprise, we were in awe.
We were organizing prayer meetings and fasting, and I was doing it all expectantly of the answer that I expected. I thought, there's no doubt in my mind. It did not even cross my mind that the answer would come in whichever way.
I remember the day that I got the call of him transitioning to heaven. And I remember one of the first thoughts that came to mind was like, God, why are you like that? Couldn't you let the guy see at least the grand opening of the building? That Sunday, it was one of the most incredible worship times, yet one of the most painful. Talking about, God gives you, it's a great joy, but at the same time it's pain. And it was bittersweet at the moment. And that Sunday, it was like both together.
It took a long time to really accept the will of God. I think that that's why God talks about the widows and the orphans, because it's so profoundly sad and devastating in someone's life. But slowly the Lord has brought us into the bigger picture, the picture of hope. And through all these months, just watching this building and watching how everybody has come to bless us. And I know the story doesn't end here. The story ends with our Redeemer coming back.
You see the providence of God. All of a sudden, the guys were showing up. Hey, let's rebuild this thing. And the community, it's getting stronger.
I think this family, we're seeing that God is the author of this story, and He's not finished yet. And there's so many beautiful chapters to tell and things that we can't even imagine or dream of.
This project of reconstruction is just the beginning. It's the beginning of something grand that the Lord is going to do through El Shaddai to the nations of Nashville, Tennessee. Just alone in Spanish-speaking nations are 23. El Shaddai is yet covered 1% of the population of Spanish speakers here. So we have a lot of people that we want to reach to.
Now that I'm having kids, I can see my kids, being the future leaders of this congregation.
You know how in Haggai, where it says the latter glory will be greater, but the glory isn't for us to be like proud, like look at us. No, it's to glorify God, and it's so that the nations will be amazed and will come and say, we want to worship God with you guys.
And it'll be a great tribute to my husband and the calling and the fulfillment of something that started almost 12 years ago.